Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 56 of Cute Little Love Letters, and this one is titled Royalty. Deep in the forest beyond, two glowing butterflies could be seen flitting along. They moved purposefully and swiftly, pacing themselves for the long journey ahead. All day they flew, until finally, just past the stroke of midnight that same night, they descended in amongst the heavy bracken and denser parts of the forest, glowing mushrooms showing the way towards a decent-sized fairy village where some of the citrine fairies were flitting around under the taller mushrooms and low-hanging branches. The pair of butterflies continued on through the outskirts of the village, closer to the centre to where the royal family lived. As they neared the pearlescent gates, manned by Fae guards, they changed forms, dropping to the ground in Fae form as their butterfly aliases vanished into thin air. "Thillian, Sarea," one of the guards greeted the two Fae. "You have returned from your mission." "Have," Thillian said with a nod. "Have news for Queen." "Yes, see? We did as she asked, and we have some rather interesting information for her, see?" Sarea added, his green eyes nearly glowing with excitement. Both Fae were quite lean and tall, sporting ankle-length citrine green leggings with a gold bangle around their right ankle and nothing but a sword strapped to Thillian's back and a quiver and bow attached to Sarea's, leaving both men bare-chested with a solid build for their chest and arms. Sarea had the usual skin tone known to the citrine fairies, but Thillian had a slightly more reddish tinge to his, reminiscent of his Tassie mixed heritage. Being two of the royal family's best spies, assassins, they had trained their bodies well and were very good at their jobs. "Very well," the guard said as he opened the gates for the pair. "Head on through." "Thank," Thillian said with a nod as he stepped through first and Sarea followed. "Are you going to tell the Queen or am I, see? I'm rather excited to tell the story, see?" Sarea said excitedly from behind the more stoic Thillian. "You speak. My words, not good," Thillian replied. "Ah, but what you lack in speaking, you make up for with your fighting skills, see? We all got our strengths and our weaknesses, see?" Sarea replied with a smile. Along the courtyard the pair walked until they came to the doors of the royal castle and both paused at the giant wooden blocks there. "I'll knock, see?" Sarea said as he stepped around Thillian and knocked rapidly on the door, then stepped back. "Shall we run now, see?" he giggled. "You run, I kill you," Thillian hissed darkly. It was clear that this had possibly happened once or twice before, and he didn't have pleasant memories of it. "Who goes there?" a voice called from the other side of the door. "Thillian and Sarea," Sarea called loudly. The door opened slowly and the pair waited until it was fully opened and then stepped into the long hall that was lined with all kinds of gemstones. The floor was of polished lapis lazuli and the walls were pearl with gold etched into them. It was always a grand sight to enter the royal hall, and as the pair of royal fae walked barefoot to the citrine throne at the other end, they looked around to see if anyone else was present, but this time it only appeared to be the Queen sitting atop the royal throne. Their dear Queen had done well. It had been rumoured that she had used powerful magic to extend her life because of unfinished business, and where most other citrine royalty had passed away in their late 300s, she was almost 600 years old now, and although she moved slowly, there was still a twinkle in her eye. Queen, live a long and prosperous life," Thillian and Sarea said at the same time, as they stopped before her throne with right hands raised in solemn swear, pinky bent over and pressed to their palm, while the other fingers remained upright, and then after their pledge they crossed their hand across to their heart and knelt down on one knee with heads bowed. "Oh, come now," the Queen tutted. "How many times must you bow like this before I tie you up by your middle to stop you from bending?" "We cannot come into the royal palace and not bow, see? It's the law," Sarea said as he raised his head to look at her. "Whose law? Not mine, see? Raise yourselves this instant. Thillian, do not lay prostrate on the floor," the Queen ordered, seeing that the slightly taller of the pair was now preparing to lay completely face down in reverence in front of her. "Get up, see?" Sarea chuckled, grabbing for his arm to help pull him up. "I must pay respects," Thillian said, fighting to continue to lay down. "Stop, see? We have news for the Queen, see?" Sarea cajoled. "Get up, see? Tell her what we witnessed." "You speak," Thillian said as he slowly got up and stood beside Sarea. "Queen," Sarea said, "we have been keeping watch of your son, the prince and rightful heir to the throne, and his daughter, born by the human woman, the gentle white witch of the land, see? And we have some interesting news." "Do tell," the Queen said quickly. Pray tell me, how is my son and my darling granddaughter, the princess? They are doing fine, see, Sarea said calmly. Dear Princess Yin is as beautiful as ever, and the prince is keeping well. He tends his plants with as much loving care as you do, see? The Queen smiled and relaxed a little. Oh, how I wish to see them, she said softly, and both the Fae before her heard her desired plea, but neither knew what to say, so just kept their mouths shut. And the human woman, she as well? The Queen asked, inquiring into the well-being of your mum. Ah, see, that's what we have interesting information about, see, Sarea said, and Thillian nodded. Sarea, not good, Thillian said, and Sarea smacked him firmly on the arm. Hush, see, that part is not important, he hushed Thillian. Tis, Thillian said emphatically. Speak, Thillian, the Queen ordered. Sarea, you remain silent. At the Queen's order, Sarea remained silent, and Thillian did his best to speak up. Sarea, Thillian, following White Witch, good human woman, keeper of the earth, beautiful human. Thillian went on to add more, but Sarea jabbed him in the arm with his elbow and motioned for him to get on with the story and not keep talking about the human lady, which Thillian seemed to understand and stopped to clear his throat before continuing. Sarea, not conceal well, and White Witch sensed us close. She clever, very clever human, Thillian said with a firm nod of his head. Well done, Thillian, your speech is coming along well. You should be very proud of your progress, the Queen complimented him. Thank, he said as he went to kneel down or lie down in absolute thanks to her. No, 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 you giant mugwort, no lying down, see, Sarea said as he grabbed Thillian and tried to make him stand up again. Queen, if I may add, see, Sarea then asked the Queen, still struggling to get Thillian to stand straight up. Speak, Sarea, the Queen said. Queen, we have located the one who you've been searching for, the one who did the prince wrongly, see, Sarea said with a solemn look on his face. She is working as a clairvoyant amongst the human folk at a place they call markets, see, he said. Extracting her could be difficult. She's cunning, and she will know it's us. She is also very hard to track. We went to this place and she leaves no trace when she comes and when she goes. We can pick up her presence while inside her place of work, but that is about all, see, he said sadly. We will keep looking, but rest assured that your princess is safe, and your son is safe, see, he added. We will keep working on this matter, see. See to it that you do, the Queen said. I will make her pay for her crimes. Yes, Queen, Thillian said firmly, then clicked his bangled heels together and turned to leave. Sarea was a little confused and went to follow him, but the Queen called out to him to stay back and excused Thillian, so the latter left, leaving his more sprightly and lively counterpart behind. Yes, Queen, see? Sarea asked curiously as he waited for her to speak. Approach the throne, Sarea. The Queen beckoned him. He did so and gently got down on one knee before her and looked up at her. Sarea, my body has been working so hard, for so long, but I've held on to my life in the hopes that one day I would see my son again. When I heard I had a granddaughter as well, my princess, this further pushed me to continue living. Sarea, tell me, would there be a chance I could see them? Ooh, it's taken a little bit of a slight detour. Denki's has not been mentioned in this chapter at all, but I promise it's all going to come full circle. I just needed to do a little bit of backstory so that, you know, further on in the book you're not like, what? What's going on? So stay tuned for the next chapter coming tomorrow. I'll see you then.